just a guess.
Okay.
I watched a Mirage demo. Mirage happened to be the best map that he's played in his recorded games on HLTV. Of course, there's more.
Okay.
So, yeah, odds are we do see Honda op. Odds are he has a very strong T side as well.
Well, let's
so
get it on.
We might have an interesting result. Let's see.
We've already got pressure up connector. Honda gonna find the first headshot of this round. Amanek answers back. Honda's got himself a second. niko out from Palace. Oh, it's labored, but he gets there and up the ladder. Oh, that is so unfortunate. Only Art left over. G2 have managed what was a very frantic fray over towards that A site. They recover the bomb. niko's still standing, barely. And that's going to be the pistol pickup for G2 Esports.
Well, that was the most awkward situation, wasn't it? A place where Vinny was trying to come up the ladder to refrag while someone else is shooting, but he comes up, nobody else is there to take attention away from him, and niko just kind of patiently shoots at him. Amanek also contributes, would have been better off to stay underneath, but his teammates dying was another thing. And Honda, I mean, he put up the 2 kills on the hold. It looked like the whole T-side attack was going to fall apart from there on out, but G2 held firm. Nice entries and nice refrags. Connector split works out, and Art will just save here at the top of mid.
Could be really scary, I think, if G2 start rolling this early momentum. T-side pistol round win, get some early buys, dodge deaths. If they can make mincemeat of the anti-ecos, then we could see FURIA with their hands full. We'll see, we'll see. I think these are kind of 2 dark horses for the event in general. You know, if we think of clear favorites to be in the finals, I don't know if you'd place either of these teams up there. I believe it's only Pimp who predicted G2 to be the champion from the start.
I think they'd be the dark horse team, right? It'd be, you know, maybe a Strauss Vitality up there 1 and 2 in no particular order. And then G2 after that.
Maybe Na'Vi in the top.
I pick Na'Vi because I mean, they just have, like, look at the beginning of this last year. At the last spring series, Na'Vi played really, really well coming into the new year, so I genuinely expect a lot from them.
You've got a bit of a Jekyll and Hyde thing going on, though. You know, you never know which one you're going to get.
Yeah, definitely.
So we'll see as time goes on. But here we have Nexa back into the connector, of course. Armored Deagles on the side of FURIA. And everybody just waits. Little map control given away. G2 doesn't want to walk into the bear trap.
Like, I think Strauss and Vitality are objectively better teams than Na'Vi, even throughout all of last year, based on like the quality of play coming into the end of it. But they can definitely keep up. That's the real kind of 3-way, like the trio of death. This could be a very, very interesting game and result. Hopefully we do get all 3 maps after what we just witnessed. Very close Inferno. But now we're on the anti-eco on the second map. G looking for the 2-0.
Ooh, quick MP5 headshot. KennyS looking to add one, but kscreato rocks it back with the Desert Eagle. He will then be bested. Amanek gonna get his hands busy, plant that bomb as FURIA walk away here. Looking to save 2 sets of armored Deagles. G2, really good job of just kind of squeezing. You know, they got up into connector. They didn't get any response from FURIA. FURIA didn't look for the gunfight. So G2 rock that boat back and then dock it in the B site. 4 alive as well, and making money off the SMGs. This is a strong start for G2.
I know you want to talk about KennyS's op.
I do. Okay, so we went on the tangent in the first map. I'm like, hey man, Vinny's, you know.
Go quick before the next round
Go
starts.
quick, go quick. It turns out just like Vinny, KennyS, he took my idea yesterday. I showed him a really cool combination with the op prints with his gold Berlin sticker on it. And it turns out he also went around and made the exact same skin the moment we finished our content piece.
Like
the
in real life,
difference is, Vinny spent 20 bucks. Kenny just dropped 3 grand.
3 grand.
Woo! So if you guys need a custom skin designer, apparently I'm the guy to go to.
You just showed it to me in game. It is absolutely beautiful.
KennyS is using an op I made.
That's actually really awesome. I can't wait
Put that on my
to see
resume.
it. Hopefully he's opping this game.
Yeah, we'll see it. We'll see it. Just you guys wait. We've got pistols back at it for FURIA. Again, minimal investment. I think like taser on Art. Honda spends 700. Nexa quickly takes his head off. Kenny with a frag kill. Oh, another up close and personal versus kscreato. Hunter's AK sings for the kill versus Vinny. And Kenny pushes it over the line. So back-to-back rounds with 4 survivors for G2. This is mad money in the bank.
I'd like to let you know he's made enough money now, plus a couple of his teammates died. He's probably going to drop the AK over.
There it is.
Think about the upgrade. Let's go ahead and check it out. Kenny S's brand new op, as designed by Scrawny, sitting right beside us.
Wow, that's me. Last I checked.
Come on, Prius. He's not going to show it.
Oh, that's...
Oh.
That's a yikes Molotov if I've ever seen. And then you know what?
They wanted to stop.
That G2 comes strong into mid off of the back of that.
They wanted to stop the... Yeah,
Ooh.
we get that smoke to pop in the back and then peek on the side of it. Would have been the perfect counterplay to what we're seeing, but it misses. So we'll have to reroute. It's not the biggest problem in the world. It kind of sucks considering it would have worked probably, but they also have B-App's control here with Art and are pushing down into the A ramp. B is being cleared. Vinny dies, and this might actually push Art into a more awkward situation. But Omenek dies, jumping across his screen, and kscreato's opened himself up to another kind of 50-50 duel versus CPL. Who will come out on top? Looks like the T concedes the fight, and Art will try to look for more impact, and he finds a great timing off the corner of the smoke.
Oh, Nexa's got his back. Oh, he could collateral them, but Nexa almost catches him.
He looks like he wants to
go back.
Yep.
Art's looking for second servings, peeks into the AK, can't quite manage the quick scope. 3v3 is what we're left with, but the B site's been evacuated. That bodes really well for Kenny. He holds for the cross. Oh, he misses the shot. Hunter's able to just keep them locked into the marketplace, however. Smoke grenade gives a bit of space to play for kscreato, but he's just sitting back. He can relax. However, bomb's now gone down. Hunter's gonna get the challenge, and he succeeds in taking off the 2 peaks from back market. Honda, all that's left over, and honestly,
holy
safe.
Wow, that's actually nuts. So Hunter, he comes through with the read. He punishes Art for trying to re-aggress into CPL. Art could have just chilled for a second, but they were only at 4-4, and he had a great timing and the idea to re-aggress. A lot of players wouldn't have thought that he would do that, of course. It is Art, so that's something he'll think about the next time he decides to go for a timing like that, but very nice awareness from Hunter. Again, lots of players would have just assumed that no way he comes back from more and dies. And then he turns that into 2 more entries on the B side as well. 4-0 start here for G2. Honda retains the op, which is something nice for FURIA, but this is the only thing they'll get. Again, yes, there it is. That punishment into the 2 kills on site in the post plant. Here's Hunter getting the most important position when you're in the post plant. It's denying the window and the door all in the same angle. They know you're going to be there, but you have an advantage in finding those kills. And yeah, it doesn't even allow the refrag to come in.
Straight back into that heavy mid control. Charging down to connector. Deagle spam from yuurih, not going to find its mark. niko, a little bit of a challenge offered over, but he gets tagged up by that single scout of kscreato. Remember, Art's op.
Ooh, I like how, man, I love how fast G2 are moving, but
yeah,
it's as fast as those scout bolts coming back at them.
kscreato looking to pull a syrson, but Kenny's got his head. Honda's still inside of the apartment. This is interesting. It kind of cuts off niko from coming to join his teammates, who definitely need help. Hunter's been shaved down to 3 HP. He's got the bomb carrier just beside him in Kenny S. But this is a tricky position for Hunter. He can't afford to take a single bullet. They hit that minute mark, and you can see how FURIA, they've got this B site enveloped. Honda's been called back into the action, looking for the angle into Hunter, who's doing a good job of avoiding that very narrow spot. But as he goes back into the peak, he's now been toppled. Kenny's gonna get challenged by more than 1 player at this point. And he will take one with him, but there's still 2 CTs on site.
Ah, there's not any help here. They've taken so much time. niko's late to the halls. His teammate dies in the halls, of course. No way to fall back, and Omenek making a huge flank rotation into CT spawn, but he's going to be heard with the amount of time he has left. He has to run it, and we've got a player camping inside the window. The scout gets one of the final kills here in Omenek. He'll be offered up one last, but with 15 seconds left, he can't even think about attempting to go for this. He's just going to fall back off the upgraded gun, and off in fact, and yeah, we'll just call it a round. That was that was a little bit weird, especially with the way that they came back into the round. But where Kenny S was, he couldn't really go back from there. And he wasn't getting help either. So bomb, a bit too far out of sight. They definitely needed a kill where they couldn't get one. Even though, you know, we do have Kenny S hit this nice shot at the end, it's not enough.
Almost feels to me like, I know it was a risk, but niko, when he got tagged by that scout, he decides to walk back to the top of middle, and he goes somewhere else, as opposed to coming through apartments, potentially having to take a 1 versus 1 with Honda. But that is still a rifle versus a deagle in apps, and if they get apps control, then all of a sudden, all the pressure is taken off of the cat players, and they can just follow through into the B site. niko goes elsewhere, and they're just left stranded in the no man's land.
One of those situations where if they are going to commit, he's got to stay. If they want to go somewhere else, they've got to do it together. But they didn't pick one of either of the two, and there it is. niko comes knocking out of the halls. Almanac gets a kill at mid. There is pressure on the window. Connector split oncoming. 2 Ts here with an off as well, and another CT goes down.
It gets a little bit wild there.
Art falls like a raindrop out of the window.
Yeah, flies forward.
Here comes another.
And then gets wiped off like a windshield.
Like a bug on one?
Yep, or a raindrop. Kscreato, he's going to find himself some sort of an answer here. Doable 1v3, having already cut it down to the 1v2, and he gets the head of Kenny with the third. Kscreato, huge clutch to keep FURIA at the halfway point here. 2 rounds to 4.
Wow, damn. Check that drip. I actually half fell asleep for a moment. Thought that was pretty much over with how good the trades were going. But guess who you can't write off? It's definitely Kscreato. Very, very clean shots. And a 1v3 in total, it looks like. Beautiful stuff, especially on that third. What is that? That was definitely a round that went way too well for G2 to lose in that fashion.
Now we've got G2 relegated into the P250s. Single deagle for niko, that's it. That clutch opens up a huge door for FURIA. Let's see if they can get through this unscathed run boost. But a lineup, yuurih. He's got himself 3 kills in the anti-eco. Art's gonna get challenged. Shish kebabs a couple kills. And G2 now only leading by 1.
Yeah, nice. Of course, yuurih. Such a tank, man. Seen a lot of people say El Monstro, like it is, on Brazil Twitter about this man. So good on the spray downs. Definitely, we've seen situations where you see that coming, you miss the first guy, you don't even get 1 after that. He gets 3. Nice cleanup. 3-4. Small lead for G2 for what it's worth. At this point, who cares? Almost tied up. Rifles for both teams. Jump out into mid. Art gets a kill. Falls back as well with yuurih to support him. But now that he's gotten away, he's got no support in the underpass. This is crazy that Art will let him go. And he'll re-peek and still get a kill.
Oh, nice answer, Kenny. Just finding Art as he hops up onto the bench. Gets benched for the rest of this round. But it's still that man advantage being held onto by FURIA. So they can just kind of concede a little bit of control, sit on their bomb sites. We'll have Hunter take over connector. Second player in middle doubles back to join niko with that bomb. Again, we have a player pushed up from FURIA into the B apartments, though. That kind of does open options for Honda. If he wants to go peeking up catwalk, double back through CT spawn, really the choice is his.
Yeah, I mean, Hunter's in a great position, but he can't actually get information here without really risking everything and can't help his team until they start winning. So he's in a great kind of outpost inside of connector, where he can be very useful if his team finds another kill. But until that moment, he's just got to sit and be patient. So let's see if niko can help him out.
Honda's on this, and he has his head taken, but there's that quick answer by yuurih, still inside of the jungle. Frag grenade bounce back. A headshot connects into Hunter, and Kenny's caught at the top of the staircase. We are tied at 4.
Yeah, they're looking strong. Very, very nice, confident plays here from Art. We're seeing him kind of play at full strength, being himself in the best way possible, re-peek into mid, and again, just so surprised how yuurih lets him roam free, really, in the underpass. or if Art says, you know, I'm gonna be fine, don't worry about me, I'm gonna watch my back underpass. I think he drops the smoke down underpass, so he buys at least 15 seconds where yuurih can go and see if an A split is oncoming. And then maybe yuurih was gonna plan to come back and help Art escort him back into connector. But either way, it was a very, very potent play. And I think it was executed to perfection. Attack timeout here called for G2. And, you know, I think this is when FURIA are kind of at their strongest, where Art can be very unpredictable. He's got a lot of space to work with on T side. And this is where, you know, you can call it tack pause, but finding Art is really the hardest part.
Smokes at least in abundance for G2. Let's see if they go into some kind of set piece. Enough nades to maybe throw a fake, get FURIA on a rotate. We'll see, we'll see. They go 3 players into the B apps early on. Then they all go down into the underpass, but they're running so quick. This is definitely being heard. Not that they seem to care. Nexa, he's going to drop Art out of the equation. Big peek from Honda, but he only body bags a single kill. And yuurih, not wanting to be the next casualty, as G2 have a man advantage. Luckily for them, Vinny, he's just connecting these A1S shots. And we've got kscreato creeping in from underpass, so that drops bomb. And G2's attempt at the pistol round win seems to have been dealt with. We'll see. We've still got Nexa in the 1v3. Doable, although unlikely. yuurih's holding him in this position. And he goes ahead to finish. We have FURIA Esports with a 1-round lead.
And 5 in a row is on fire for FURIA as they really, really get started here. No celebrations for FURIA. They still see a long trek ahead of them. Also started out really hot on Inferno, didn't close out the map. So I think are trying to, you know, have some tempered expectations as to, you know, what they can expect in terms of a total game plan. I think they've got stuff to prove to themselves on their T sides as well, and now they're just barely getting over the cusp on the CD side. They're probably terrified of the thought of going into the second half with very little, you know, knowledge about how good G2 are going to play based on the improvements they made last map.
Didn't see him. Art's sitting on the bench.
Art's been great. Yeah, different tone here, but Art finds that opening. kscreato's going to spot this as well. He'll fall back.
Back turned.
But,
oh, nice opening.
Whoa,
Amanek.
This could be the round, actually.
Huge.
Oh.
Able to find themselves that 3rd kill after Amanek cranks the dial. He had Honda with his back turned. It was the follow-up frag into the man inside of sight that really made the difference. And then Kenny catches the closest rotate. Things go from bad to worse. G2 with a bit of a saving grace because they got shut down so early over on A.
I'm so glad we get this replay. So first of all, he comes out really early, and you can see there's no flashes there. I think Honda turns from something, but he comes out on a timing. Honda's trying to play anti-flash, and he punishes that and then gets the 2nd kill, and you have to underscore it. 2 kills on the B entry like that in a round where G2 get 2 openings outside. I mean, that is insane. Yep. Insane impact from Amanek. It is the round in the bag, basically. It's pretty much it. No one in the site. You know the rotators are coming. And, yeah, it's a round where G2 already got these 2 fast kills. They thought they were going to win.
Significant 3 versus 5, thanks to Amanek, to immediately cool off FURIA, to extinguish those flames, and keep this first half tied at 5 rounds each. Of course, buybacks made easy. We've got full gun rounds here in the 11th. Let's see who finishes off this first half strong. Kenny back with the op, and G2 looking to set up shop at the A site. It is only Hunter towards mid, making a bit of a ruckus with some utility. Heavy palace control with that bomb lingering back. Art's eyes towards mid, misses his shot. Now pressure is going to fall onto the shoulders of Vinny. He doesn't really have support. He gets aggressive, and he only gets 1 kill. Immediately traded back by niko. yuurih's going to try to dunk that frag. The fire blocks his approach over top of the staircase, but Kenny still takes damage. Substantial at that, down to a 1/4 HP. And niko, well, he's throwing utility deep towards spawn, looking to cut off kscreato, keeping him from getting into this retake. A bit of a labored spray, and damage favoring FURIA. Flash goes high, followed by a 2nd. niko opts not to go for these peaks. Not even over towards stairs. He trades it back, but it costs Nexa, and that was the only player for G2 with HP. A big peek from Kenny shut down, and now it's all on niko. He hears Honda. He taps him. A single shot. Looking for the 4th kill. yuurih, well, he hasn't gone for the defuse, but that doesn't matter because there's just no time.
Wins on the clock. You have to give him credit for every single movement there. niko plays it to perfection. Doesn't overcommit on the first duel. Gets some damage in. Falls back. Uses the double flash to bait for his teammate to take the fight. And then comes through in low HP to get the refrag and positional control of CT spawn. A beautiful one tap into the head of Honda just to show him that it is niko on the server behind the keyboard, and finally just playing off the clock exactly how he should do in that 1v2. Nut stuff from niko. Another round 1 in a row for G2, and that has taken significant amounts of money out of the coffers for FURIA.
And a fresh look for G2 in that round. 3 guys Palace to kick it off. We hadn't quite seen that, and it works out.
Yeah, I like the calls from Nexa. A lot of the fast stuff that we're used to seeing. Grouping up with threes.
Yuurih's flash. Ooh. There are players in underpass. That could have been him sandwiched between G2, but he slips out. And Vinny last round, man, he peeks into Palace. He could have just lined them all up with a crazy spray, but it was a quick trade
by niko.
Yep. And then with that momentum, he just kept the ball rolling. Hunter, he looks to come out from connector, or does he just stick to the corner now? He's got the info he needs.
A lot of times you got to work really hard to get to this position. You know, it's a great outpost. They have the man advantage as well. Not a real big incentive for him to push too early. His teammates are going to come up the ramp real soon, and it's a scary spot for the CTs. They want to clear this out, but they're scared too.
Honda making a bunch of noise. Didn't quite complete the peek around into the corner. Vinny's posted with the op. Amanek about to go into it. There's a cost to that peak. Again, just one of 2 weapons here for FURIA. Hunter's looking to activate, but he's been smoked out here, so he just creeps into the staircase. Vinny's right there in front of him. Easy one tap, and that opens up the site, but Honda coming in with the deagle, only able to get the 1. This is not Inferno B site, not again. niko looks to give chase as yuurih slips into connector. Smoke fades, and so do the chances here for FURIA. kscreato, though, deagle in hand, flash to the face, has to fall back. And he could very well concede this 7th round and give it to G2.
Liking very much the way that G2 have come back into the second game, because the first few rounds, it looked a bit sketchy. Some of the discombobulation between the cat and apps players in those early situations had me a bit worried, but it seems like they're back. The cohesion's there, the executions are there, they're moving nice and quick. I think this is definitely G2 at their highest potential. And on the other side of that, of course, we got FURIA. We've got Art, who's been shut down a couple of rounds now with his op in a couple of different positions. But that doesn't discredit the amount of impact he's had on the rounds that they've won. And even, you know, on that round where Amanek got his 2K entry on B, he had a very nice op shot to start the round out. So I would say Art is playing incredibly intelligently and hitting most of his very important kills. So that's still a good sign for FURIA, and I think the scoreline represents that. A very close game, bit more lopsided because G2 overall are playing better, but I think Art's playing at his maximum potential, and we still got stuff to see from FURIA.
Vinny clearly a little frustrated with the fact that he gets one tapped in that last round. Just kind of sitting inside of the site, thought he was safe.
Yeah, that was just perfect timing from Hunter for when to come out. And yeah, I mean, there's lots of stuff that can be done here still. We haven't had so much Art playing inside of the ladder room, which he used to do a lot more, I mean, in other situations. Instead, he's been playing more outside of the window, round underpass, and on cat, just around the bricks or farther out. But in a couple of those situations, he's been shut down. So we'll see if there's even going to be another situation where he can buy one. At this point, 5-7, only pistols up. We've got to take this one on the chin, try to pull out a magical eco.
After that 5-round spree, it's now 3 in a row for G2. So it's their turn to try and finish this on fire.
I'm very much looking forward to the TD side of G2 as well.
Yeah, to see whether it has improved as much as their Inferno. Plus FURIA on a T side.
Yeah.
A challenge.
Yeah, so Honda, when I looked at the 2 maps, the 2 series that he had recorded on HLTV, there are more, but just not on HLTV. Mirage, he had one map had a 19 kill T side, and then the other map had a 16 kill T side. So very, very strong for the small sample size.
Well, these deagles are working out. yuurih almost able to add himself another. Honda and kscreato come in with kills. It's just Kenny left over. A tech. Oh, what? The man's in the skies. And now this clutch could still slip through, tapping away with the AK. kscreato gets the better of him, and FURIA win a round they should have never taken off of G2. 6-7 the score, with a bit of a robbery in that 13th.
That was damn close.
Look at this.
Oh, thank God we got this angle, because he was definitely not touching the ground in any form or fashion.
Damn, that's like a get right throwback.
That was sweet. And yuurih sent through the murder hole as well.
Do you remember that Tech 9 headshot from Get Right
Head
on
shit?
Nuke?
Yeah. Little shit chat? Oh man, hope you're watching Get Right. Legend! Miss you, my friend.
Yeah. An incredible Valorant pro. The memes. Kenny S. Ooh, that frag grenade basically had his name on it. He's got shin splints. He also has a single smoke, the only piece of utility for G2, and the only weapon they have is obviously this AK in the hands of niko. So they block off the smoke at the top of connector. Access denied. Throwback to that round where Hunter comes out onto the staircase and one-taps Vinny. Remember, that's all fabricated for G2, right? That smoke comes from their A players. FURIA fall for it, hook, line, and sinker.
They know, yeah. Ooh, okay. The boost and underpass, it works out very well. Look, the different looks they've had on mid are nice, man. They've made such good adjustments, and they're recognizing that connector's been free most of the time. Sometimes you might just glaze over this, you know, not realize that this is open to you, and every single time, G2 have gone out for it when it's been there to take. This puts tons of pressure on Vinny. He's going to get shot in the feet in just a second, but he does still get his kill.
Arts with the op, also getting himself a frag here. Just doing a really good job of minimalizing the peaks, not offering his body, and yet taking those of G2. They've got their bomb stranded inside of the connector. Kenny makes a critical error, and there's the headshot from niko. You love to see it. Flash comes off of the staircase. Vinny decides not to hyperextend, and then as he does, it succeeds. FURIA tying this first half up at 7 rounds apiece.
It's been a very fun half so far. Looking forward to what comes in the second. Glad to see this be so close as well. And do we have an op to close it out is the question. Not a lot of money here, but Kenny asks, he could go glass cannon if he wanted to. Looks like not.
No.
He's not going to try for it. Utility belt in full here. Mirage T side, I wouldn't rate it as one of the maps you need the most amount of utility to win. There's a lot of very, very clean strats that don't require tons. But here, and it looks like they're going to try to go for something fast. And mobility is another reason you want AKs out.
Vinny's on the firebox. He's got a couple players ahead of him. Kenny S able to find the headshot, though. That clears up the bomb site until these two CTs come to their spawn peak. Of course, that being Honda and kscreato. niko thinking about going for the bomb plant, but these guys are stranded back in firebox. Art's a little concerned with the mid play, but of course there's nobody back here. You can see FURIA thinking maybe they're being flanked, but everybody for G2 is sitting hunkered down on this bomb site. Kenny, he is given the peek he needs. Amanek finding that trade versus kscreato, and Honda, well, they know he's right there back by ticking. Great wall bang, but an even better frag. And now to close out the first half, it's a niko VR 1v1, and he taps into the side of the head. G2 closing with the lead.
like to just shout out a DM message that I got from Mr. Michael McDaniel. I don't know if that's a real name or not. He said, "Are Prius and Honda friends?"
They must be. I mean, who's not friends with DJ and or Prius?
They should be. Friends with all their... And also, I'd like to shout out Honda's YouTube channel. Because he puts together, like, he's got, like, some pretty good viewership, too, on his YouTube channel. Lots of frag highlight montages with good music.
Is it a...
Chill, super, lots of highlights.
All gas, no brakes?
Basically.
Okay.
Good stuff. Honda OG on Twitter, I think, if you guys can't find him.
The original.
Oh, who's the OG?
Vinny. That's nasty. Oh, and the second one.
Click, clack.
And then yuurih takes away the third, but in Vinny's mind, he's still on a roll. And that P2K could do him justice, but it's Hunter instead to take it back a bit. Joey, you already know what I'm asking for, bro. I want that first tap from Vinny because it cracks the A site so open, so quickly, in fact, that there was no stopping FURIA from flooding forward.
Yeah, that was quick. Hey, listen, I think with FURIA winning this pistol, I'm going to call this game as even as possible. I'll say this is going to come down to the 30th round.
Well, it is tied at 8.
I feel like I'd say G2 are playing better, but with the score going to be a little bit lopsided off the back of an anti-eco or two by FURIA, supposing they win, I think, yeah, I think we're going to see a strong CP side from G2 and a real test here for FURIA, but yeah, a nice hot start to at least alleviate some of the tension.
Enjoy.
Look at this. Oh, the sickness. That was just to the top of stairs, off the corner of the smoke. Literally, I don't think he even saw him before the smoke came up.
Nope.
Just a pre-fire. I think kennyS maybe shot one bullet, if that. Nasty, nasty stuff. The alligator crunch of the P250 to the top of the staircase.
We've got FURIA off to the races. Scout in the hands of Amanek, Deagles across the board for G2, and a very quick catwalk smoke to try and deny niko crucial vision, crucial information. But whether or not G2 knows this is coming to the B site, that is still where they stack. So it's not like they have to shuffle their feet from the opposite side of the map. They're already in position to stop this. It's just more of a question of, do FURIA follow forward, or do they take their time? Because they've got still more than a minute. Suss out the situation and go towards A. It would be the safer bet.
Another outpost situation here inside of the halls, like a nice crossfire that can be maintained. Just,
that's bomb.
Yeah, and AK picked up, and a very, very strong angle to make it a multi. He's looking for more. He won't get the third, but he does some damage and sees the guy in the back as well. Intentions are known, and kennyS makes his presence as well.
Yeah, he just slaps down Art. Great grenade comes out from kscreato. That one's going to blow Amanek into tomorrow. And Kenny, he's distracted. And then kscreato doubles down, opens up this B site. What should have been G2 closing the force by.
He could, I mean, niko could still win this.
Absolutely.
The amount of HP, it's literally 3 deagle shots between the two of them. He might either think this is a fake on purpose, right? The running away, or, yeah, this is what he thinks. Someone is running away to purposefully bait him. He's not correct about it, but he has the added benefit of finding a gun if he goes for the retake. So let's see how quickly he gets the information. It looks like he's just assuming they're faking. He's wrong. It looks like he'll save a gun this round. Unfortunate, Kenny picked the wrong of 2 timings, right? Either go right away and get the gun, or wait until the kill comes, but instead waited and then went to go get the gun and got shot. Very sad situation there. It's going to happen, but I think that's one of those situations where maybe he kind of made a poor decision in the sense of, like, the odds of the timing coming through. Well, looks like niko's actually still going to think about going for this, even though there's not a lot of time here. Guess it is just a Galil.
We've got yuurih committed very much to the palace, so that's going to be the round win, you'd think. And kscreato needs no help. That's 4 kills for kscreato. A very crucial recovery on that B site, offered over by kennyS.
Yeah, asking a lot. Yeah, there it is. Of course, you know, he's within 1 second of getting away, but he also is running away. So
yeah.
kscreato picks his timing wisely. That's a round 1. The hype is there from Honda. New boy on the block. Kind of quiet there on the CT side. Let's see if he's comfortable on T side, because on Inferno T side, I can understand not being comfortable. It's not an easy map to fit yourself into at this level. Stuff gets very complicated. I noticed it felt like he was playing well, and even though he went a little bit quiet, he's still, to be fair to him, at 17, 18 kills and a really, really strong first half. but it felt like he wasn't aware when he was taking risks. Not so much he was doing stupid plays, but he wasn't aware of the punishing setups that G2 would have. And like, watch as many demos as you want, but you've got to get in the server and really understand like what it's like to go up against those. You got to learn from mistakes. It looks easy when we see it with X-Ray and we see how they set up, but like, of course, that's just something, that's where experience actually matters, right?
I was thinking when we had...
It's not so much about his skill, it's just about being used to.
Prime example, man. Niko boosted up on top of logs, that two-man stack with the smoke top mid. And Honda comes around the corner.
Yeah, exactly. Boom. Yeah, those situations, players are just more experienced, just not going to get caught off as often. And in a best of one half, just a few rifle rounds, you can get caught off every single time. So Mirage, hey, it's a much more even playing field on Mirage. Let's see what he can do on T side if he feels comfortable. I know they're going to give him the keys. Hey, do your thing. Get out there. Be the Art 2.0.
Blow up from Vinny. Gonna die to Kenny S. Traded, though, back by Honda, of course, who then continues on closer towards the jungle. Hunter, ooh, hide it in the bushes. Great CZ headshot keeps this one even, but then Art, again, efficient trade fragging coming out of FURIA. Honda to Vinny, Art to Honda. And then Art really extends the success here for FURIA to find double digits. This is going to be 10 rounds to 8, with their T side off to a flying 3-0 start.
Okay. So last 3 times they played Mirage. 1917 for G2 most recently. Blast Winter Fall Finals 2020, just a month ago. Then a week before that, DreamHack Masters winner. 16-13, also in favor of G2, so a very close game. And then right before that at the Fall Series, it was a 16-10 for G2. So 3 wins in a row on Mirage for G2, albeit close games. And also has gone closer and closer. So maybe this will be the straw that breaks the camel's back, as they say. FURIA proving that the head-to-head doesn't mean anything coming into 2021. This would be a statement match for them to start off the year.
Yeah, it's the map wins were consistent across the board last year. You know, Inferno was FURIA's, Mirage to G2. It was Nuke that flopped back and forth. And that is the map that we have up next if FURIA can do what was done to them, rob their opponent's map pick. We are back into the full buys, though. This is G2's chance for their CT side to establish itself. Remember, back to Inferno, we saw Furious kick off that T side with the 3-0, just like this one here and now. And then from that point onwards, only a single round before they lost the map. So, we'll see. It's a good buy from G2, and no big risks being played. 2 players sit outside of the B apps. We've got close proximity with Nexa here on ramp, and it looks like it's going to be Nexa versus Vinny to kick off this 19th round. Nexa just jiggling it, teasing, flirting with the possibility of going to the peak, but instead, he lays down that smoke.
It'll kill some time, but FURIA, they never wait till the last second, so it's not a really big deal on Inferno to get smoked out of a position like this. It does cause them to reroute and think about approaching the map in a new way, but no option is all that bad. At the moment, 3-2 setup, not a lot of pressure on Cat, so this might be the best. And niko gets spotted in the top of connector, cannot fall down safely, and also gets punished falling back.
Amanek gets wrecked, Nexa and Hunter, that's the answer, that's the response they need. And Hunter, well, he just slips back down into the van. kscreato gets cleared off the board, and now it all falls on the shoulders of yuurih. He's walking into a predicted position. Kenny has him dead to rights, and G2's first gun round nets them success.
Yeah, all eyes on Hunter. Malik comes over to hit him on the shoulder. This is such a fantastic hold by him. Clinical with the M4. 3rd kill, no less impressive than the first 2. Really, really good stuff. Toying with his food here. And yeah, he holds it down. Not enough pressure to keep him out. And it was actually, again, the right strat. Like the right approach from FURIA. They even punished niko. It's a 4v5 to start things out. They need to hold the B site. If you let that go, there's no retake in sight, especially with an A player dead that early.
Damn, look at this thing.
You designed this. Oh, that's so sick, actually. It's his sticker. Wow.
Ooh, misses the flip. Oh no, he hits it. He hits it.
Does some damage, yeah.
Not quite the kill. Finished off by niko. Nicely done. Make quick work of Art. Neutralize these early threats. Frag is good. 69 health left for Honda. His head has been spotted by niko, who goes back but misses. Utility exchanged here. And they're hoping for some kind of a challenge, some sort of a peek. He throws himself through the fire. Risky business.
Looks like it's open. niko's got to play for himself with nobody, you know, to help him inside of jungle. So it means jostling back and forth between connector and window at his leisure, at his discretion. And now he'll find himself moving to the top of stairs. It looks like yuurih might peek into him. We'll see. Oh, wow. It's kind of the perfect angle to catch the jump up, but he falls back and gets dropped.
Oh, but they line up. And that could have been Nexa's chance to just equalize this, even take the favor. Amanek catches the head of Honda. We could have the bomb plant coming through on the side of connector. Ooh, great flick up, but Kenny's still dead. It's little HP for kscreato, caught between two CTs. They will take them down. They will find their 10th round, but at a cost.
Yeah.
All things considered, 3 casualties racked up versus G2. They're able to get that op back for Kenny, so economy could still stabilize, and so does this round count.
I'm super impressed with this is 2 rounds in a row that they've lost niko. And that's, you know, that's a situation where most teams are just going to, I mean, most teams like G2 or FaZe, whatever the 2 last teams niko played for, I mean, he's going to be a key piece. He's playing connector, they're attacking connector, or they're attacking cat. He's going to be needed to take down, you know, more than 1 kill. But so far, the cohesion between the remaining 4 players has been great. This is very scary for FURIA, considering the way that he's died in those past couple of rounds. You could call it unlucky. He's definitely going to have some multi-kill rounds left in this half.
Honda wasting no time here. Kenny should have heard that. Oh, but he's concerned about connector. Eyes drawn in 2 directions. If that smoke fades, these 2 Ts on full display, and Kenny takes down the bottom of the totem pole. Re-peaks for the 2nd kill. Fare thee well, yuurih. And it's all too easy here for G2. kscreato is going to answer with a deagle kill, but that's only 1 frag so far for FURIA. And there shouldn't be anything else for them to take away in round 21.
They're very, very sharp at the moment. Everything's looking very, very good. From a killing perspective, clean stuff from Hunter, nice shots from Kenny S. Awkward situation where they just could not find the boost into the ladder room. 3 jumps that they couldn't get up, and I think Kenny heard every single one that missed. kscreato 1-on-4 situation, no man's land in the window, shot in the back of the head, taken out by Kenny. 3 kills on the round, 10-11, and G2 have a harsh economic lead, as well as a small numerical one. Probably be 12-10 here after this round, and back to the drawing board for FURIA. Tactically speaking, not bad rounds, but Mirage is just not one of those maps where you can do anything that's too innovative tactically, so it's really just about shooting hot. I think the mechanics are going to be the thing that's most tested here for FURIA. Can they keep up with the insane refragging potential of G2? Device called this team the most stacked team in Europe in terms of talent. Towards the end of the year, it started to fall off a little bit individually. Seems like everybody is in really, really good form right now, even though it is the first event of 2021.
And if they can continue with these CT round wins, then suddenly this defense looks incredible. But kscreato dies, or rather kills Amanek.
Yeah.
Little Tech 9 over the smoke, bit of a gimmick, but hell, it works. Man advantage, weapon advantage, utility advantage.
A lot of advantages.
It is indeed a massive advantage here for G2 in round 22. Again, throwback to our first map on Inferno. It was the CT side, started strong for FURIA, but then weapons forced it to fizzle out. And we have a similar situation. niko and Nexa gonna close up shop. Sure enough now, this is 4 consecutive CT round wins. We've got G2 on the cusp of being on fire.
Yeah, very close. And not looking like they're going to slow down either. So I really thought this game would be close. It'll be one of the final tests to see if that's even possible. What are FURIA going to be able to pull out now? Again, the scary part is the fact that the IGLing is good. Art seems like he's playing. He's like removed the fogginess. He's looking very sharp. He's playing all the key plays, especially in that first half. Now it seems like he's calling very well, but they're still not winning the rounds. So what are they going to do? They even have one of the most important win conditions. Kill niko without a refrag. In connector, they did that 2 rounds and still lost. They can't deal with Hunter. They can't deal with Kenny S. Almanac still standing tall on B. They've got a statuesque defense on the CT side right now. Where are the feet of clay?
Furia's real chance. Oh, but they just missed their window smoke. Oh, but still, they catch niko trying to go for that cat jump. Then they go ahead and throw that down. They're still playing for window control. Art, he's thrown himself up into the window, but sure enough, Kenny, despite being blind, still finds his frag. Yuurih gets taken down low, and sure enough, finished off by Hunter. Kenny now in a bit of a pickle. High pressure situation, flashing for the exit. He's still hanging on. He's given a chance, but of course, in that kind of a position, the chance is so against him. Nexa, element of surprise, getting the better of Honda, getting the better of FURIA. Now in the 3v2, and on top of that, we've got Amanek.
He didn't see it.
See bomb. Oh! And had he seen that, he definitely would have had gun out and would have been on high alert for that peek from Vinny.
And look at the outpost. He's got the cross back into B.
Unlucky.
They know. I mean, they're going to watch for this. Maybe call it 50-50. Let's see if kscreato will win. He does end up outgunning his opponent in Hunter. Nexa will be next up to bat, and it's going to be a 1v1 on the B side if he wins this. If he can, and he can't even get the kill. He's going to pull kscreato back a little bit. Nexa going to put down the incendiary and can't find the remaining damage. He has to worry about the clamp down from the flank, and this is where things just get hairy. He would love to just get this kill before starting off on the 1v1 retake. And he might be able to find it. Yeah, he does. There's enough time to go still.
Definitely. He's got the smoke, he's got the flash, and he still has 61 HP. An immediate flash out from the window. Vinny, he's just going to play behind that column. Nexa, time ticking quickly. He's going to have to clear a minimal amount of positions, and he gets found out with smoke in hand. FURIA. I mean, Lady Luck blesses them there in round 23. If Amanek sees that bomb on ramp,
yeah, it's a matter of an arbitrary position where the bomb falls. Absolutely. I mean, he would have just stopped, and then that's it. Vinny would have not heard footsteps for a second, had to look for him. Amanek would have been suspicious of someone coming back for it. Definitely comes down to a little bit of luck there. Not a great sign for FURIA that's how they pull it off in that sense as well. Another round where they get niko as the first kill of the round and damn near clues it. And this time it's 5v4 with niko alive. FURIA do not have enough money to justify, you know, losing a player this early, considering what they've just gone through in these past 2 rounds. It's a very scary situation here for FURIA. Uh-oh.
I don't think anybody's close enough to hear that, though.
Maybe, yeah.
Ooh, they've been leaving this. Maybe because of the consistency of the window boosts, G2 opt not to break this vent. I mean, clearly it hinders FURIA.
Yeah, I think the only thing about this window vent being broken is people get too comfortable with it. Like, they play so far away from it that you can actually create a timing for yourself. Because the CTs, they're not always just going to watch it. We can see from this angle, totally vacant. And so, at a certain point, yeah, you can pop it open. Now the CTs, they're actually a little bit nervous, right? Look, they actually come through into the B-split. No CTs are watching this because they're too confident that it's being covered.
Amanek! Oh, Honda! He turns his head with 1 HP and denies Amanek what could have been a total shutdown. He could have gotten both of those players, left it in a 3 or 4 versus 2, would have dropped bomb inside of apartments and made those market men, their job would have been impossible. But instead, 1 HP makes a world of difference.
Yeah, but there's still more players coming through in market. No kill on the other player in the site. He potentially got the bomb dropped inside of the B halls, and that would have been something.
Spidey senses, man.
The problems would have continued. Like, how do you even rotate when market control gets taken first?
Sure. For
the CTs that are there, so 4 alive, right? Really great awareness from Honda. He fits right into this round.
Yep.
Honda fits right in.
Don't look at me with that smile. 12 rounds apiece.
Reaching. That was for Jason. I was just thinking about Jason's tweet about,
Mr.
please stop
Moses.
with the car puns.
Yeah, everybody on Twitter, stop with the cars puns, because we're holding them all for the casts. You know, you take away all those big lines, what are we left with?
Mm-hmm. Or you just put them out there, and then we could take them without referencing you and then claim that we came up with it ourselves.
Okay, I see your play.
Yeah. We could make a real odyssey of it. Shout out to Jason Moses O'Toole.
Probably got the guy pulling his hair out. Next up, he waits. Patiently. There's a player right there, and not a problem. niko's got the headshot that he needs, 5v4 advantage, but look at FURIA not looking to let off the gas pedal. They are just hanging on here, waiting for mid control to get all the closer. Vinny getting the better of Nexa towards Palace. This pushes pressure onto the player inside of sight, but Hunter catching a man in jungle. Now it's on Vinny to continue with success, but Kenny S with the op up and a man advantage here for G2. Deep frag, and Vinny's now down to a quarter HP.
And then Molly as well. It's not going to go deep. Oh, it is. Oh, it's so close. Vinny's going to move up off of it. And listen, the damage is worth something, but it is a 2-on-2, and they've got headshot angles to play with. Yeah. Let's see if the CTs make a misstep.
They can get some
one will fall back, but they don't
headshots.
Know. It's about patience now. Come back. Wow.
Close enough. Faminek down to 34. Vinny 4 HP.
Damn.
2 HP per opponent. And he almost gets himself.
Chances.
So damn close, but no cigar. A 13th round for G2.
You could say it comes down to some of the nade damage, at least, you know? Like that helped them win those fights, because they did take a lot more than they gave in that 2v2. Now here's them watching window a little bit more actively, at least, and punishing the play. Okay. Honda has been the player to just get in there as many times as possible. Just basically trying to create space. Like, get in there, use himself as a baneling, get a kill, get some damage in, die if not, get some info. But it is not working out too well. Not too well. It's interesting because Honda appears to be fitting in a way that Junior would not be. So tailoring the game plan to the player.
Ooh, Nexus saw that.
They have is great. Yeah. Oh, it's gonna get cleared. My goodness, leave it to yuurih.
Amanek sees a player coming up catwalk, hears the footsteps inside of the apartments. Oh, and Honda's got him dead to rights. FURIA.
Oh, we're in business.
Sliding their way into this B bomb site with a 2-man advantage. Low utility for the post plant, and Hunter's gonna find some kind of a success here for G2. If he gets another kill, then maybe the retake gets rolling. Vinny gonna give him a little bit more room to work with, and that frag, yeah, that's damage done. Smoke, flash, and a flashback the other way. Hunter, he can't commit to this. They're gonna have to concede a 13th, and we are tied up yet again.
Oh, there's too many points of contact, but they can't actually make progress up into Cat. It looked like they were trying to go for that, and now they make it a 3v3. They've got 3 tucked in the site, gonna exit through market. No opponents on the other side. A strong round for FURIA, and we are wrapping this game up in a very close situation where FURIA still have time to show us that they can improve, right? We're looking for adaptations now. It appears G2 are the better team coming into this half, but it's whoever wins the later rounds that will always leave the strongest impression. So what can FURIA do? Are they actually showing us marked improvement? Are they able to exploit B, I want to say, more often now? The last few rounds here, I think game plans towards B make sense. We've seen early on that Cat has been open and exploitable, that their B apps hits have been pretty strong. We saw the Cat splits work on anti-ecos as well as full-on rifle rounds. I think this is something that they might want to consider trying more. And it's at the point where, correct me if I'm wrong, if FURIA win one more round, then we have an eco from G2.
Looking likely.
Yeah. So yep. This is the kind of situation where I think if I'm G2, I'm talking about B a lot. Okay. But at the same time, being afraid of the fact that FURIA might try to mind game that, right? I think FURIA proved a lot so far in this game about their B attacks. And so it's going to be this balance, I think, between how heavily do we want to pay attention to it early on and how much do we want to think that they're going to read into it and play differently. Oh, look at this. Yeah, they're going for the ladder room control. I think it's a very smart move from G2. It shows a lot that they are thinking about it, but it doesn't overcommit to the site itself, which is something you don't want to do on Mirage. Waste resources on the B site.
Oh, that frag. Decent. For a quick little underhand, Honda down to half health.
What on earth?
Let's not talk about it.
We don't have to.
Nope. He's looking for the angle. Oh, but he gets boosted up, and Honda, he doesn't quite give cover. Nexa is able to get the kill. Honda, then the next casualty. Nexa looking for a little bit more, and there are still players to take down towards mid. yuurih working into the connector and off the flash, a little bit of a peek, but not too much of a gamble. A double man advantage with a broken economy would be huge for G2 to lose. FURIA looking for some kind of an answer, trying to piece together a response. And as time goes on, Nexa getting more and more curious, no longer just going for the bottom connector peak, but slightly further out. Meanwhile, that has given time for the bomb carrier in kscreato to double back through underpass and join up with Vinny. They're going to leave yuurih as an anchoring connector, and Hunter is honing in on him. Making sound, in fact. That just turned the attention of yuurih. And obviously Nexa running around towards jungle. yuurih, his head is on a swivel.
7 seconds to go. They can't even plant the bomb.
Oh my.
Whoa, they can't even try this. They aren't even going to. They're going to get hunted down in the last few moments. CTs can come out and try to get the kills. They don't take out yuurih. Actually critically important that he stays alive, but that is not every day. Somewhat significant, I guess, when we think about how this round has gone, but their attack was towards the window, and then it just ended up fizzling out completely. Not a great sign. Not a great sign.
Hitting a bit of wall with that one.
That was definitely a scary moment.
Never at any point when I'm casting G2 and FURIA am I expecting a clock to run out.
Well, with G2 maybe.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. FURIA on the T side, man, that's uncharacteristic.
Definitely, very much. And the way that you were casting it, I was so engrossed with it that it really felt like there was 30 seconds or more left.
Yeah,
I was with you.
Too,
I was with you because I've never seen that happen for FURIA, where it looked like they were very much in it, right? They were still attacking window. They were inside connector. They were on cat. I mean, listen, if they had another minute left, they would have made something happen. They were in such great positions. But they were playing like they had a minute left when they were down to 8 seconds. Not sure what the hell happened, but we have to move on forward.
Yep.
FURIA do have the opportunity to buy, unlike G2, so it would have been a great round for FURIA to win, but at least they can buy, even though Honda has to make a great concession here with just the deagle.
Oh, good call. Art, wild spam through smoke. kennyS wants to get the hell out of dodge, and he's met by a Molotov as he continues on in the retreat. Art trying to follow suit, gets the better of niko. Another early pickup, but here comes Nexa. Off of the window, he's got himself a kill, and kennyS can even answer despite having 14 HP. Honda's looking for this trade frag, runs through smoke, can't find him. Kenny, combat opping with Honda, now on an AK, but Hunter emerges through the smoke, and it's an emergency situation that Honda still holds on to. Kenny, up close, goes down, and this is a chance now. A minute on the clock, bomb on his back, 100 HP each. Honda, let's see what you're made of.
He has to make a very important decision. Now, it could be to him a 50-50, but Nexa awaits him on the B site. 50 seconds up, he's running the entire way. Total gamble here, and Nexa, I think at this point, he might try to get comfortable. Look at Honda. He's trying to, it looks like he's going to commit to B and just check the underpass flank. I don't know if he walks out or not, but now, maybe he is going to. Potentially, I don't know what he's assuming about where Nexa's gone, but the sound bait might have worked. Hard to say if Nexa heard him, but it feels like he's very, very comfortable inside of the B site, all the way over at Van. He'll be able to walk up connector. This looks like a clutch in the making. He'll even pick up a very important piece of utility to allow him to plant at the opposite side of triple, where Nexa is going to first show himself. How will he play this now?
The only two kits I can see are sitting inside of connector, so if Nexa jumps over to window, that's going to add 5 seconds to his defuse, but he's walking right into the kill, and Honda pulls out a crucial clutch, ties the game at 14 rounds, and keeps FURIA alive and kicking.
I won't lie. Based on that miss-smoked in the window from that last round, the way he was running up towards B, it felt like he was being a bit reckless.
Man.
And then it seemed like he was going to commit hard, but it was just all part of the bait. Opshot dropped here from kennyS, but it allowed us to showcase some very smart moves here from Honda. Nicely done in the 1v1. And yeah, that's Nexa out. He really, I mean, he bit on that hard. G2, even though they survived that previous round, still don't have enough money to buy. FURIA can take this to round 30.
Wow. To take this map off of G2 despite never being able to do it in 2020. B site already underneath the feet of FURIA. Easy 15th round for them as far as I'm concerned. Nobody's even here to stop it.
Another B attack. and it's the correct move. Now, honestly, G2, the calling has been exceptional on CT side. I love the setups. They even moved into the two CTs inside of the window inside of ladder room to cover both exits, and that has been fruitful because there's been so many window attacks from FURIA. And G2 did this cool thing where they didn't rely on it at first. They just kept niko and connector and were pretty passive outside of that. And then later in the half, in these last few rounds, started to implement it more as a change-up, and that's caught FURIA off guard. So here's where the cards have been shown on both sides as we wrap up this half, and it looks like Kenny S just wants to try to tap the ball, I guess. Okay. Ends up dying. I guess, you know, no matter what, he's going to upgrade on this next round, so no big deal. And now we'll see. I'm not calling this one too soon. I think I'd probably lean G2 a little bit.
A little bit?
Yeah.
Even with a somewhat limited buy?
Just because of what we've seen this half. They've won without niko a few times. They've called really, really good setups on the CT side. And I think FURIA rely heavily on B hits at the moment. And that's being attacked directly. And they even only won their last round with a 1v2 from Honda.
It's coming down to the nitty-gritty.
Alex sitting here in the room with solar panels. Gathering the energy.
You're a funny guy. But not a funny situation. This is serious. Opening game at the Blast Global Finals. The opening tournament of 2021. And the real nail in the coffin in terms of last year's circuit. FURIA doing as they have and keeping Mirage close, but to have this one-round lead, to have that 15th point secured, that's got to be a small sigh of relief, but the job's not quite over.
Yeah. Okay, this is interesting because they've got full pressure on the A site, but no bomb. So that tells us a lot about the plan from FURIA. They're expecting a push. They've got the two-prong setup in the halls as well. So really, really thinking that the CTs are going to go for some late aggression. But no way to get that aggression out of them besides this 1B player. And I don't know if he's parting ways with his utility just yet. But again, they've got to go back and collect the bomb. And it feels like at this point, they are going to bring it back to A. How they approach it is another question. It looks like Art is planning to pull out a fake in this final round. This will be interesting. Something new. First tier execute comes out on the A site. I don't even know where they end at this point. And if they're trying to show bomb or get into the underpass and commit to A. It looks like he's trying to show bomb. And I don't know if they're going to commit to the site.
Oh, that's risky.
Holy hell.
Risky business in round 30.
Oh my God. If they pull this off. If they pull this off. Oh my God, he did it. He did it. He's trying to get the rotation. They didn't move.
Nope. And they've still got this player towards connector, but niko's incredible.
Yeah, he's falling back.
Oh, he dodges down. He needs the kill. Honda's in the open, gets a frag over niko's shoulder, and that opens up this A site. More damage being tapped back, but it all falls on Amanek, and FURIA are staring a 16th round in the face. It didn't move anybody over, but the A play was still so successful that they got what they wanted. 5 seconds to spare, and this bomb has gone down. Amanek needs a 1v4, or FURIA has traded maps with G2 Esports to start off this event, to push this onto Nuke, where this series always seems to go. And what lies in wait, we don't know, but Amanek caught from all directions. FURIA take Mirage.
They made him just uncomfortable enough. niko down to the final step, and connector didn't want to be there. That's all they needed to do. A very brave call from Art to make in the final round of a game to try to show bomb